Hello friends, welcome to the next lecture on how to integrate Redis with Spring Data. As in the previous slides, we have just talked about what are the dependencies that we required for a Spring Redis project and some general terms like Redis, Redis pool and Redis template, all that. Now in this lecture, we're gonna talk about the implementation, like how to implement Redis in Spring Boot. So for that we need to set up some properties. And what are these? These are my host on which Redis is running. This is my port. This is 6379. This is the password for the Redis. In my case it is blank. This is max total. This is basically a pool property which basically says the maximum number of connections that can be created, and this is the max ideal. This what it does, that maximum number of connections that can be put to ideal without being immediately closed. And this is the mean ideal property of pool, which basically states like the ready to use connections which are immediately available for us. By default it is 0, so I am taking here it is 4 in my case. Now saving this property. Now we will configure our Redis configuration in our class, and Redis configuration and in the config package. Now we will annotate this class with configuration so that it can be available as configuration file, and we can auto write this file in our projects if we want to. Now we will private string host. What we will do, we will use add that value annotation, and we will $sign and redis dot host, as this is the way of using a property in a properties file in a Java file in Spring. So we can directly read the property from the properties file here, and it will initialize to our host variable. We don't have to load the properties file and do the getters and then set the property. It will automatically do. This is the facilities provided by the Spring Boot itself. Now we will set up some more properties in the similar way, like this. So it will automatically fetches these values from our properties file. Now there are 3 steps to configure Redis. 3 simple steps that we require. First step is create Redis client configuration in our configuration file. Second step is create a Redis connection factory by using the Redis client configuration that we have created just in our step 1. And third step is create a Redis template bean, which will use the Redis connection factory that we have just created in our step 2. So I will show them you one by one. Now this is the Redis client configuration, guys. In this we have just set up the pool properties that we created, max total, max ideal and minimum ideal, and these properties in our Redis client, so that we can get the Redis client configuration, and we have annotated with bean so that it can be available. And now this is get Redis client connection factory, Redis connection factory. So for that we have just set up our host name, our password and our port number. And what we basically are using get Redis client configuration method, basically the Redis client which we have created in our first step. Now this is the third step, to create a Redis template. So as I told you guys, Redis template uses serializer, which is string Redis serializer, and which we can use in the documentation, which we can see in the documentation also. Performs automatic serialization, deserialization between the given objects and the underlying binary data in Redis store. By default, it uses Java serialization for its object. For string intensive operation, consider the Redis string redis template. So we can use string redis template class here also, and we have just set up the connection factory which we created in the step 2, and that's how we have created our Redis configuration. Now we will further build our project and we will build the APIs, and we'll see the results like how to set and what is returning in our get of basically API. So see you in the next lecture guys. Thank you.